Hey everybody, it's me, Rodger, back after almost a month. Yeah, it's been pretty hairy. More surgery, more painkillers, more antibiotics. I was a wreck. Hopefully this is all for the good. But anyway, you're not here to listen to me whinge. No. But it was all I could do to get to the record store. No, just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but so I got a stack of records. You know, considering it's been a month, I haven't really been buying that many records. Some things came in the mail like this, which I just ordered direct from Analog Africa. I just go ahead and pre-order these things when they're announced, because they're all amazing, and this is no exception. This is the Durdur Band of Somalia, Volume 1 and 2. It's going to be Volume 3 forthcoming. 3 LPs and a gorgeous gatefold with a fantastic story of how this guy, Sani Ben Ragab, what is his name? Traveling to Mogadishu and being escorted under armed guard to go search out these cassettes and trying to track down the musicians so that, you know, they can get permission and pay them, and it's just a labor of love. All of these Analog Africa records are labor of love by this guy, and highly recommended. And this stuff is just killer, funky, fuzzy, voodoo influenced. They sing a lot in their native language with the, you know, folk underpinnings. It's fantastic. Really, I can't speak highly enough of this. If it sounds even remotely interesting to you, grab it. And since these were originally released on cassette, they've put out limited edition cassettes if you want to like be all OG about it. Cheers, everybody. Dead Guy Ale. I couldn't even drink beer for like a week. It was horrible. And then that Bardo Kavanaugh asshole, he really gives beer a bad name. I swear to God, what a shit show. All right. Oh wait, you're not here for that either, are you? No, more records. Okay, this came in the mail today. The new Windhand, Eternal Return on Relapse. 2 LPs and a gorgeous gatefold by Eric Roper. What is there to say? Produced by Jack and Dino, so it sounds really big and massive. And if you like their last record, you'll like this. They're not breaking any new ground. This is now their 4th record, and you know, they kind of have that kind of melodic doom, sludgy, down-tuned, doomy stuff happening, you know, kind of metal, but the chick singer, you know, gives it a nice lightness. I love it. I dig it. Chick singer. I'm sorry, the female vocalist, the woman vocalist. I really like this band. You know, their first 2 albums are really kind of where it's at, but you know, they found their sound, and bully for them. Happy to have it. Pre-ordered that from Relapse. Okay. Nice reissue on Finders Keepers. This is Emerald Webb, the Stargate tapes, 1979 to 1982. 2 LP compilation by these proto-new age duo. Their first album, so this comprises some tracks from that first album, which is a lot more along the lines of a prog, cosmic rock kind of, cosmic electronic kind of thing, and then they get into like some real like genuine new agey stuff, and the majority of these tracks are taken from very rare cassettes that were only ever issued on cassette, and it's terrific stuff. It's you know, I have several of their records, including the reissue of their first album. Fans of electronic proto new age music, jump on it. It's good, really good. Excellent. Grab this, the new Sleep, one-sided 12-inch. What's it called? Leagues Beneath. Missed out on the green vinyl. I couldn't do it. Yeah, this is good. You know, what is there to say? You know, I said it before about the scientists, the sciences, what is it called? Out of nowhere, these guys came back, and there's no reason to expect it to be as good as it is, and it's fantastic. Then etching on the other side, I would pull it out, but it makes that horrible sound no one wants to hear. Sleep, yes. Talk about doom. That's some stoner doom right there. All right, now I held off on this for a long time, and I don't know why. And I'm such a Luddite. I don't really do Spotify or, you know, I don't even go onto YouTube to try to hear music. Isn't that lame? It's pretty lame, right? That's, you know, I got this damn thing in my pocket. I should get in the 21st century and like stream stuff, right? And so I'm not disappointed when I go and buy something. So anyway, the new Beach House record, 7. Unimaginatively titled 7. Cool cover. I like that kind of mylar metallic finish on this. I like it. It's good. It's, again, they're not breaking any new ground. The production is maybe a little bit of a step up from their last couple things. It's lovely dream pop. I can't really complain. I think if they tried to break that mold, they wouldn't be Beach House anymore. So, you know, carry on. All right, a couple of reissues here. I jumped on this. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because originals are really rare and expensive if they're in good condition. Dorothy Ashby, Afro Heartbeat. This is a major label reissue on Geffen. Universal Special Products. Nice cardboard jacket, and fit and finish of the pressing was good, and the sound was, you know, I have no doubt it's a digital source, but I don't care. And talk about vinyl fetishizing. Here you go. I think it sounds good. You know, it's a great record, you know, and it's like a beat maker's, you know, mind. And so when you find these records, they're usually trashed. And so I'm perfectly happy to have a copy I can play and enjoy. Okay, nice reissue on Light in the Attic of Erasmo Carlos, Erasmo. Originally only ever released in Brazil and Philips. This is, I think, a record store day thing that Light in the Attic did. They've been sitting around this store forever, and I'm finally like, did a little trade and said, fine, okay, I'm gonna bring this home. And you know what? Now, I've bitched about Light in the Attic pressings before, but I tell you what, this is sounds and looks and really, really good. I don't know where it was pressed. Maybe it's just a fluke one-off, like, oh, they got one right, you know? Yeah, really good. So this guy apparently was like a big star in Brazil, and, you know, had made like children's records and stuff like that, and then was kind of late to the Tropicalia game. You can tell he's a little old for that get up, but this is really good, like trippy Tropicalia record. Really nice, really nice. Yeah, I love that Brazilian stuff, and nice job, Light in the Attic. Very nice. Okay, that's it for new vinyl. Cheers. Oh, hey, speaking of decent pressings, that Sleep thing, as well as their last album, was pressed at the new Third Man pressing plant in Detroit. And I gotta say, the fit and finish and sound, and it was on center, no warps, no fingerprints. So it was really nice. You know, I'm not the biggest Jack White fan in the world, but I gotta give props where props are due. If that's an indicator of what's coming out of that plant, then, you know, awesome. That's what the world needs. Is if we're gonna have records, then they might as well be done right. Okay? Okay. So some used ones. This is a corker right here. Joe Henderson, Black Narcissus. This is on a Milestone from 1976. Is that right? Yeah. Jacket's very water damaged, but the vinyl cleaned up great. Sounds fantastic. This is a really interesting record with Joe Henderson on tenor sax, Joachim Kuhn on piano, electric piano, J.F. Jenny Clark on bass, Daniel Humer on drums, Bill Summers on percussion, and Dr. Patrick Gleason on the EMU polyphonic synthesizer. Not too far away from like the Herbie Hancock Sexton Crossings kind of thing. Patrick Gleason. Really, really good. Really, really, you know. Yeah, not too far away from that, but very different. It's not a Herbie Hancock record. This is a Joe Henderson record. And it's great. I like his dog. His dog is really cool. Yeah, so I got it cheap because the jacket's jacked. You do not see Joe Henderson records around. So, really psyched to find that for cheap. Okay, take a chance on these two, and they're good, they're decent. Jerry Hahn and his quintet. Now that's a terrible cover. This is actually a reissue on our Hooli of what was originally a private press thing out of San Francisco in 1967. Jerry Hahn on guitar with what was it? Michael White on violin, Noel Jukes on tenor sax and flute, Ron McClure on bass, and Jack DeJohnette on drums. The rhythm section from Charles Lloyd's band at the time. So this was originally called Arabian, like the Be-In Man, a private press thing. And so this is a reissue on our Hooli from the 70s, it looks like. So yeah, sort of, you know, Bay Area hippie jazz kind of stuff. It's good. It's good. You know, young Jack DeJohnette. I like this quite a bit. This I actually like quite a bit more. Jerry Hahn, Moses. This is a bit later, 1973 on Fantasy Records. He's cut his hair a little bit. He's got a solid body. Les Paul here. He's rocking the wah-wah on this a lot more. It's a little funkier, and he's got Jerry Hahn on guitar, Mel Graves on bass, George Marshall on drums, and Merle Saunders on organ and synthesizer. You may be familiar with Merle Saunders from his work with Jerry Garcia back in the early mid-70s, before Garcia went on the junk train. Yeah, this cooks. This is nice. You know, I dig it. For like $5, why not? This is one that's been sitting around for a while, and I thought, okay, fine, I'll just snag it. It's a promo copy of Bola Sets Going to Rio on Columbia from 1973. Big orchestra. It's Bola Set, of course, the Brazilian guitar player, played with Dizzy Gillespie and did some interesting solo things on Tacoma Records. This is a little overproduced. Who produced it? He produced it. Oh, okay. You know, it's a little bit much, but it's nice. It's nice. You know, I had that other Bola Sets record on Tacoma, and you know, it's just sitting there by itself, and so now it has a companion. That's a good reason to buy a record, right? Almost done here. Went to, you know, Hound Dog Hoover. Closed his store, but once a month he does a tent pop-up sale down, just down the bottom of the hill. Once a month, weather permitting. And I like to go and, you know, buy records. So he had this for a couple bucks, and I thought, why not? Mission of Burma and Wild Flag split on Fire Records from 2012. Mission of Burma did a song called What They Tell, notable for some trumpet stuff, I assume, from Rodger Miller. And then Wild Flag does a song called Boom. I think these are both non-album tracks. I kind of lost track of Mission of Burma after their one big comeback album, On Off On, which is a really good album. Yeah, this is fun. A white vinyl, a couple bucks. Jeez, I'm a sucker for 7-inch picture sleeves. What can I say? And then he had these gorgeous Impulse records that are a little bit not totally my thing, but they were so gorgeous and so cheap. I thought, what the hell? Bring them home, clean them up, play them. So here we have Gabor Sabo, Gypsy 66, with Gary McFarland and company. Richard Davis, Grady Tate, Tadeo Watanabe, Barry Galbraith. This is an interesting record. A little bit of sort of bossa stuff, but also kind of out at times. You know, living up to the impulse. You know, that orange spine. Yeah, this is nice. Really nice record. I was pleasantly surprised. And then this, you know, I'm kind of ashamed to admit that this is my first Ahmad Jamal record. And it's a really gorgeous record. Ahmad Jamal at the top, Poinciana revisited with his trio live recording. Really nice stuff. Now, this can border on the sort of, I don't know, cocktail piano kind of thing if you're not really paying attention. But if you pay attention, you can see why Miles Davis was quite enamored of his playing and you know, outright borrowed a lot of his voicings for some of that kind of blues stuff. Yeah, really nice. I need more Ahmad Jamal records in my life. His discography is vast, so it's hard to know where to start. Well, I guess I've started with this. Really nice record. Really quite pleased with that. And finally, a Miles Davis compilation on Prestige, Tune Up, with that, and not concurrent picture of Miles. This is from '71 when he was doing boxing and stuff. And yeah, these recordings are actually from the early '50s, small group recordings. Miles was not in the best of shape when he was making these records. He wasn't like, of course, this didn't last long either. Let's be honest here. Yeah, this is nice. I realized I didn't have any of this on any format whatsoever. So I think there's a number of Prestige twofers like this that compile all that stuff. Really good, nice. Sounds great. You know, from '77, I believe, cut by Rudy Van Gelder. I could be wrong. Yeah, great. In glorious mono, no rechanneled for stereo, none of that shit. So yeah, that's it. And I'm glad to be feeling better. It sucks getting old. All right, take care. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.